Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It has been a little while since I have been consistent on this channel, and by consistent I mean more than just like 1 or 2 videos a month. So I am hoping now that my wedding is out of the way, that recently happened, and that took up a lot of my time and energy, unfortunately, for this year and even last year. So now that that is done and dusted, I will be hopefully focusing on this channel a little bit more. So definitely feel free to let me know what you want to see on my channel at the moment. It's really good to kind of gauge from you guys what you want to see because it has been a while since I've been taking requests, so definitely feel free to add them down in the comment section below. But today's video is going to be all about how to build a commercial beauty portfolio and just some tips centered around that topic. I think it's a really important topic to know about if you are looking at becoming a beauty photographer because, as many of you may already know, with having a commercially geared portfolio, it is where you're going to earn your money as a beauty photographer. As much as editorial beauty photos are beautiful and it's fun and it's creative, a lot of the time there is not a lot of money, if any, in that. And a lot of the time that is kind of centered more so towards your test shoots and building a portfolio in general. But when I'm talking about a commercial portfolio, I'm really talking about gearing your portfolio towards brands that you want to shoot for and you want to earn money from. So today we are going to go through a few tips around this, and I really hope you guys enjoy the video. So the first point I'm going to make actually leads back to a video I did not long ago where I was talking about shooting test shoots and really shooting with intention. And my first point about creating a commercial beauty portfolio is to really shoot with intention. When you're organizing your test shoots and you're photographing for those, it's really important to look at what your portfolio is currently offering and what kind of missing gaps you've got in there and where you really need to improve on it. So really see what's missing in your portfolio overall. And for example, if you feel like you could do with more skincare in your portfolio, or you feel that you could do with more hair care, kind of geared images in your portfolio, then really start organizing test shoots that are really surrounding that and try and aim to have a little bit more of that in your portfolio and really look and focus on what's missing. I think this is something sometimes that a lot of younger aspiring photographers do when they're looking at their portfolios. When they start testing for the first few times, it's definitely about experimentation and just having fun with it and really just kind of thinking creatively and coming up with as many ideas as possible. But also I think sometimes it's missed when we're talking about commercial work and why people sometimes feel that they don't earn money initially, or they find it a bit of a struggle to get clients. Sometimes it's because they're not gearing their portfolio towards those types of clients that they want. And this is something to really focus on when you're testing. The second tip for building a commercial beauty portfolio is to really look at what trends are currently going around, particularly with commercial beauty. Now look at brands' Instagrams, whether it be cosmetic based or hair care based, skin care based, whatever it is that you're really wanting to shoot or focus on. Have a look at some of these brands' Instagrams. This is where you're going to find a lot of what their campaigns have already been or new and upcoming campaigns. Have a look at the trends that are going around, particularly with skincare at the moment. This is a very huge market and it's something that's continuously getting bigger. Cosmetics too, makeup has been an extremely popular field for a number of years now, so definitely keep up with certain trends and what kind of beauty photography is trending. I find a really good way to do this too is Pinterest, but also Instagram, and really work that in, because the only thing with Pinterest sometimes is you don't really know how old some of those photos are that you're looking at. So it's definitely a good idea to hop on Instagram too and find out through Reels, through Instagram posts and even stories, and try and find out those new trends that are kind of happening. And that's a really important point for beauty photography, as it is so based on lots of trends, as is fashion. Number 3 is aiming for versatility with your portfolio. You really need to be able to show that you can shoot different aspects, and this really needs to be proven to clients when they're looking at your work. So when I say versatility, this goes for the types of models that you're using in your portfolio, the makeup styles, categories, so skincare, hair care, nails, makeup, and even things like accessories or hair accessories. And also remember to use different lighting setups. Prove to these potential clients that you can work with different lighting setups. You can have a hard light setup that really replicates that really nice glowy sunlight, or you can do something a lot softer or something a little bit moodier. Really show off your skill set in your portfolio and do so with versatility. Now, point number 4 is actually a big one. It's to really work with like-minded creatives in your industry on these test shoots that you're producing for your portfolio, and preferably makeup artists and hairstylists with beauty photography experience. I've gone over this before in my channel, but for a lot of makeup artists out there, they may start off in doing bridal or doing events. It's something that usually comes quite naturally at first, as it's a very consistent form of income. So a lot of makeup artists will do this at some point during their career. However, makeup in the bridal fields and event fields are very, very different to what you should be really applying during a beauty shoot, especially when it comes to the foundation base. And the main difference is that event makeup and wedding makeup is really meant to last. It's built to last, it's built to be waterproof, it's built to be a lot thicker and heavier. And a lot of the time when you're doing beauty shoots, it doesn't always need to be so perfect either. And especially when you're looking at the base, you're really only looking for a very thin foundation base. So it's really important to look for those makeup artists and hairstylists that might already have a bit of beauty experience in that field, who have done beauty shoots before, or even find someone that is really looking at heading in that direction, not just someone that's kind of looking for, I guess, their own portfolio with wedding or bridal or events. Really look for someone who is looking at getting into that field and knows some of those tips and tricks behind getting the makeup to really look its best for a beauty shoot. And number 5 is to really get a good range of clean, natural imagery. Now, although I did talk about versatility in your portfolio, one thing that really should stand out in your portfolio is the ability to photograph a very clean and natural beauty look. Now, I say this in particular because this is something that really goes across all spectrums of beauty photography, all different brands. And at one stage or another, you will need to photograph something that looks quite clean and natural. And a lot of the time, this can come along with any of the categories that I mentioned, with skincare, hair care, cosmetics. There will be a stage where a client will probably want you to do a very clean and natural look or photograph that way. And you want to be able to show off your retouching skills in that aspect, that you can go very lightly. You don't want to make it look too overdone. And this is a really good way to prove to those clients that you can do that kind of look, because it is such a standard for beauty photography overall. Even when you're doing your test shoots with models, a lot of the time what I will do is I will photograph a couple of natural looks first off with the model, and then I'll build up to something that's a little bit crazier makeup wise or hair wise or whatever we're kind of doing on the day. But I always make sure I get those natural shots just so I can give them to agencies as well, because it proves to them that I can also photograph the model's best features and really highlight that in a natural way too, which is what models also want for their portfolios and agencies want as well. So it's just good to get in a habit of doing that, and for taking a few of those natural shots, especially on your test shoots, to make sure that you can include them in your portfolio, because they are highly desired by a lot of different industries and brands out there. Okay guys, well I really hope you enjoyed this video on 5 tips for creating a commercial beauty portfolio. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions about this video, please put them in the comments section below. Let me know some of your tips for creating a commercial beauty portfolio as well. I always love to hear what you guys think about these kinds of topics. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure that you do, so you can see all the videos that I have coming up in future. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!